The set from almost day one, Bill Harrington and Bill. I knew I was going to do that. Bill Lawrence and Beth Harrington, the amalgam, and Bill. Other than that, I'm sure you have some pleasant memories of Hillary.
It's certainly nice to be forgotten before you're remembered. Valerie. Well, speaking for CBC weather, I'll tell you this: you're not going to be missed. For 6.5 years, you have complained.
That's true.
It's either too sunny, too shady, too hot, too cold, too wet, too dry, the wind, your hair.
Look.
I think in all of that time, there were 2 nights that you ever really liked the weather.
Yes.
And you both them up and never spoke to me.
Right. Well, you know, weather is sort of like childbirth. You forget pain. I'd forgotten what it was like.
You've had,
before I came back.
6,000 of those people. Every night it was the same thing. I just want to tell you, Hillary, that it's been a pleasure. And I want to leave you with a weatherman's prayer. May the wind always be at your back.
No.
And may your lightning rod always be grounded.
Ooh. Bill, thank
I'd like to say something too, Hillary. You know, when you arrived back here 6 years ago, 6.5 years ago to be exact, we all wondered, you know, there was a great deal of fanfare and hurrah about Hillary Brown coming, the foreign correspondent, and we all said, oh, what's she going to be like? Is she going to be friendly? Is she going to be nice? Well, as it turns out, she was more than friendly, more than nice. She was extremely supportive, very kind, I know, to me. And we had a lot of laughs. And the funniest thing of all is when Hillary tried to use the computer, she still, to this day, hasn't learned how to use it.
That's right.
I'm going to miss you, and I wish you all the luck.
I'm going to miss you, too. And I think, Beth, you're probably the most formidable combination of beauty and brains this side of the 49th parallel, if not the other side. And I think it's very courageous of me to have appeared on the same screen as you.
Thank you, Hillary.
The other thing, one other thing that Hillary has never liked around here were the rugs, the paint, the color, anything like that. I'll never forget the piece that you did when we did the renovations here, Hillary. I think that was maybe your crowning moment.
Are we cutting that to that?
Now, you can't talk yet, Hillary, because we have one more thing to do. You know, everybody knows that Hillary's been a fabulous foreign correspondent. She's had a great deal of experience, and she's done some marvelous work before she came to CBC at 6. And since she's come to CBC at 6, she's done some extraordinary work as well, and we'd like to show you some of the highlights now.
There's every indication that the Battle of Saigon may be about to begin.
The soldiers behind me are firing at Vietcong units who are 500 yards away, no more.
The orders are to shoot first and ask questions later.
2 days ago, the Israeli Prime Minister...
Good evening, I'm Hillary Brown. Tonight on NewsHour, legislation to...
Mr. Gray said he was too busy for an interview, but we caught up with him after a meeting.
First of all, it has the vast support of adoptive parents. Secondly, if you're saying, please, by the same way that you know that some of your friends oppose it.
Exactly, my friends and I.
we're talking about
A phase out of subsidies, of course, means a phase out of some farmers, doesn't it? Including Canadian farmers.
Well, I've said that I'm not going to sacrifice a single solitary Canadian farmer.
Yesterday, 12,000 steel workers, Polish Canadians, and Mensa admirers honored him at a tribute hosted by Hillary Brown.
Sometimes the lifeline is taken, sometimes it isn't.
Hi, I'm Hillary. Hi.
Red Dove.
Red Dove. You sleep here every night?
Pacers have to wear fins to keep up with Vicky Key, and this reporter soon found out why. He says she is a slow swimmer.
The International Olympic Committee has a reputation for making surprise decisions.
At this stage, this young boy's chances for survival, doctors say, are not good. A neurological unit is at least 2 hours' drive away in Jerusalem. I understand you have actually put out what we call a Code 50, which is a major emergency right here, I think.
He's been hit by a train, and we're taking him now into the trauma room.
And can you count?
And this, behind me, is a nuclear reactor core. It is Unit 1 of the Darlington Generating Station. This is CBC at 6, live on location. We're broadcasting from a closed-down factory.
As I left the camp, the children surrounded me and slipped their small hands into mine, as though I might somehow take them away with me. But of course I knew I could do nothing.
Who is now interested in a career in television? Anybody? Nobody. Well, I realize that most people, or a lot of people, probably tuned in to see whether I'll burst into tears, and at this point, I might be able to give them satisfaction. It's customary, I guess, on these occasions for the departing personality to say how much he or she has enjoyed the work of the past, in this case, 6.5 years. And as an anchor, I really have enjoyed very much the small part I played in the tremendous success of this program. As a former reporter, I have to say I haven't enjoyed watching so many enormous stories unfold
in the chaise lounge of a TV studio instead of the hurly-burly of the field. And so that's why I've decided to take up foreign news reporting again to see if I still can. When I came here 6.5 years ago, when I was lured away from my perfectly good job at ABC News as a correspondent, I really did make a commitment to CBC because I believe in the CBC as a public service. I think it's a national treasure. It's the best way for Canadians to talk to each other from one end of the country to the other. It's a kind of great bush telegraph among this small population on this huge landmass. And I can assure you it is a bargain for the taxpayer. What more can I say except my enormous pride in my colleagues, their energy, their skill, their talents, and my pride in this program, which I think is the best in the city, the best in the country. What the heck, it's the best on the continent. And also, I've learned from the letters from you, the viewers, that I've received over the last few weeks, the very touching letters, that we have the audience we deserve. It's wonderful from the limbo of a TV studio to see that there really is such intelligent life out there in the universe, and I'm going to answer all of them. So, that is CBC at 6 for Friday, May the 24th, and for the week. From all of us, thank you and good night. And from me, Hillary Brown, thank you and adieu.
Unforgettable in every way.
Bruce, I wanted to say you
And forevermore. That's how you stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I'm unforgettable too.